Hi everybody, it's dinner time, and if you want to hang out and make an arugula salad with honey mustard dressing with walnuts and figs, hang around. And my aim is to show you guys how easy, how fast it is, and how satisfying and filling and energizing, youth-giving, beautifying it is to eat raw food. And if you want to eat raw, mostly raw, some more vegetables, then it takes just the mindset of celebration, not deprivation, and the idea that you're going to eat this first and you can eat whatever you want after, and chances are after eating something like this, you won't want to eat that thing, or if you do, you'll have just less of it. So I am happy to be here doing most likely a bottom of the bowl dressing, a term I coined to, and the point of the way I do raw food, it's so simple the way I do it because it needs to be simple to be sustainable for me. Because as it is, shopping for the food, washing the food, prepping the food, and then cleaning up takes time. And if you don't want to spend an enormous amount of time in the kitchen, then follow me because I do things fastest. So bottom of the bowl dressing makes it so that all you have to do, if you're just one person, then you're just making a mess in one bowl and then you rinse it out. So basically the premise of my bottom of the bowl dressing is that everything that needs to be mixed gets mixed in here. And then you throw whatever veggies or salad in there, mix it up, and there you go. Go watch a movie, go hang out, and Gary darling, Patty darling, balsamic glaze is gorgeous. Ooh, walnut and cranberry with a raspberry with a balsamic glaze sounds delicious. I'm making this up as I go. I was debating, I just walked to Erewhon. It's my beautiful walk every day. One of my favorite places on the planet. I walked there and I was like, what kind of salad? And I invited my daughter over for dinner and she's had the vegan Caesar salad enough. I never have enough of that. If you want the recipe for that, that lives here. But I decided to get horseradish mustard instead of Dijon. I love both and I didn't want to carry a lot of things home. I only got what I could carry easily. So horseradish mustard, I'll use some of this. This one is Kozlik's Canadian mustard, Kozliks. Love horseradish. Malibu honey. This is one of my favorite honeys, and apple cider vinegar, which I'm going to need to get more of tomorrow. So it's really 1 part mustard, 1 part apple cider vinegar, 1 part honey. So we use the equal amounts, and salt. And then I have these beautiful dried figs. I love to keep dried figs in the house. If you have fresh, use fresh by all means. But I have these dried White Mission figs, and they are really good in a salad. They're really good on smoothies when I use tahini. And they're really good if you cut them up and mix them into a trail mix for a snack. Happy Sunday, Lisa Marie. Blue Water Pines. It's too hot to eat. Sometimes that happens. Oh, that's so funny, Liv. You miss. I had to take that video down. The chocolate pudding video. So, that chocolate pudding still lives in my refrigerator. Oh my goodness. When I run out, I'll make it again and I'll make a new video. But that was a huge echo. I decided I sounded like the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to cut these smaller. I sounded like the Wizard of Oz, really, in that video. But we figured it out, the rotographer and I. Figs and honey are really great, especially over arugula, because with arugula, it's so bitter, you need some sweet to balance it out. I'm also making my daughter rice. I haven't been eating rice, although maybe I'll have a little bit. I've been so raw, except for 1 slice of gluten-free toast and a little bit of gluten-free pasta 2 different times over like 6 weeks, and I feel so great. So let's just chop these a little bit more. I want little bite-sized pieces. There's the fig. Okay, so we're gonna have the walnuts. I won't put on hers because she thinks she's allergic. Who knows? If you think you're allergic, then don't. When in doubt, leave it out. I can put sunflower seeds for her. And I was thinking for me, since I'm not having rice, I can make cauliflower rice. In fact, I can do that for her as well. And that might be nice. Usually when you're serving dinner to someone who's not raw, it's really nice to serve some kind of starch. The other day I made her potatoes, maybe a cauliflower taco or cauliflower rice could be nice. Could be nice. And maybe gluten-free bread. I always serve something, and if it's raw, I serve like a flax cracker. My favorite are Foods Alive. So I've been having my pesto on these. This is one of my favorite companies of all time, as is Go Raw, as is Coconut Cult, as is Vegan Mario. I got to give shout outs to the geniuses out there, the gentle people making beautiful foods for us. Peaches and strawberries and bananas and watermelon sounds delightful to me. Most of these days I'm eating fruit during the day. I'm known to have for just at some point cut a watermelon in half, just eat the watermelon, and then I juice the rind. So I'm making use of the whole organic watermelon, and it flushes my system, gives me energy, hydrates me, and is amazing. So now we've got our figs. Let's put them in a little dish. We got our figgies. And then you could use cranberries. You can use raisins if you don't have figs. We have our walnuts, which I'm going to eat one. They look so good. For those of you who are asking, I get my nuts and seeds and dried fruit from Sun Organic Farms. So good. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I got a tablespoon. I'm going to use, that looks like it's not going to fit, which is why I love the tablespoons that are long and skinny. Here's one. I have another one that's a rectangle one, but this one will work. So I'm only going to use one of the mustard because I don't know how hot it is, and I think it's going to be like insane. This will fit in here. Okay, so we're going to use 2 honey and 2 tablespoons. So 1 tablespoon mustard. I have some mustard powder. 2 tablespoons of honey, and I can add more if it's not too spicy. I'm going to add another tablespoon of mustard. I have to lick this honey. So good. And then we'll have, this looks like it didn't go all the way in. This mustard is horseradish mustard. So it's like Dijon. It's similar. But it's horseradish. Let's see. 2 of this. And then I'll mix that around. If you're making a batch, just do a 1/4 cup of each, and then you can keep the recipe in the refrigerator for, I'm sure, a month. Salt. We need our salt. I go through a lot of salt. I'm like a little salty girl. So let's see, 1 teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon. I can always add more. I love you too, Salma. I love you too. I love you guys too. Okay. Please join me on Instagram, Dara Dubonnet. And if you want a treat, join at the Doobie Universe. This is my little cartoon page. And then I'm just going to taste this. And we want it super salty, super flavorful because it's going to go over arugula, which I always chop. I chop it to get a nice, handle more mustard. Ooh, it's delicious. So it's going to be equal parts. 2 tablespoons mustard, 2 tablespoons honey, 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. I think. Now let's see if it got too spicy. Your dad became vegan after watching Herbie. Oh, you guys who don't know, because many of you are my OGs, Herbie at 85 went raw vegan, moved out to California with 2 little suitcases. Herbie's now 92, and so he's lived here 7 years. And because of the situation of COVID and he doesn't go out, he's going to move to Florida to live with his son and his son's wife. So Herbie and I, we've been FaceTiming every day. We'll just have to be FaceTiming. Wow. Super spicy. You know what's missing? Oil. We need a couple tablespoons of some sort of oil. I think I'm going to use olive oil. Pumpkin seed could be nice. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 of pumpkin seed. All right. You deleted your Instagram account. I say do what feels good. Unplug when you need to unplug. Replug when you need to plug in. Wherever you get your energy and your happiness is. And that's really exciting, Salma. That must make you feel so happy. When your loved ones go vegan or go raw or go high grain, it's just... See, that's a little twist that just came to me, the pumpkin seed oil. I think like an oil that doesn't have much flavor might be better, like just a plain oil. We just went off the deep end. We jumped off a cliff. We went crazy. Yes, olive oil or avocado oil. It's a winner. The pumpkin seed oil didn't throw it in any weird way. In fact, it added a little nuttiness. I drizzle pumpkin seed oil on my fruit a little bit with coconut cold yogurt. This is so good. I even have time to make like cauliflower popcorn right now. But we're going to chop the arugula and get that going. And Jada's coming here soon, so... But I want the cauliflower. And you know what I've been doing? It's fun. This is going to be green. I like the cauliflower because it's white. And when I make my cauliflower popcorn, there's something yellow on the plate. Then I cut up some tomatoes and I have a little red or orange. And then I've been doing these flax crackers with a little bit of beet hummus. So it's pink. And just the colors on my plate make me so happy. And they make me feel kind of well-rounded. What's very Euro? I think I'm going to add the arugula closer after I do the cauliflower. I don't know if you just heard me breathe. Oh, I just love making beautiful food, and I love sharing this experience with you because it's just such a happy experience. Oh, Evo, extra virgin olive oil is very European. Oh, it's European to put the oil. It's a little brown. And you rinse it. Well, some people don't want to have oil. Some people don't mind a little oil. I say it really depends how clean you are. If you're coming from eating like weird oils, like weird canola oils or oils that are rancid or just corn oils that are served up in so many fast food places and restaurants, like restaurants aren't going to use like this quality oil. So if you have a fresh pressed, gorgeous oil, cold pressed, organic, a little bit is going to be so good. I like oils. I like these kind of fats, but I do understand that some people are like, no oils. I have friends who eat no oil and their only fat is like avocado or olives or something like that. But when you just start to go raw or you just start to go vegan, please don't like go no fat or really low fat because it won't be sustainable and you'll go back to the way you were eating and you'll be frustrated with yourself. So it's kind of like, do what makes you feel good. Do it in moderation. And when it's time to go no oil, and you want to do that, if you're at that point, then 100% do it. But if it's like gonna prevent you from enjoying your veggies, I'd say no. So that's how I feel. If you want to lose weight, obviously no salt, because then you'll lose water weight, and really low on the fats. I would not say no fats for a really like extended period. I can't see. Greetings from London. It's rather late. 3:13 a.m. You're about to turn in. Watch later. Nice to see you. It's about your choice of oils. I mean, I know these guys who started Brothers, who bought an olive farm, and they've been making olive oil called Nuvo, Nuvo. And I used to get it at the farmers markets, and I gotta say, I gotta go back because I miss going to the farmers markets. So their oil is so fresh that it's almost like a, not bitter, but it's like a twang on your tongue. They can describe it better. It's just really fresh, and it's pressed, and it's just, how can that be bad? Anyway, really good oils. So many oils that people are eating are inexpensive because they're not quality or they're not fresh, and then that's not really going to be good for your arteries. And too much fats is very taxing on the liver, so we just want to be mindful. Look at this piece. My mom would cut off the brown spots. She's been on my mind lately. All her jewelry is, all that stuff on the counter is all this beautiful costume jewelry that we've collected throughout the years. And I pulled it out to just give it a rinse and give it some love and put it in a new box. Someone wanted me to do a story on it, on her jewelry or our collection. And it's not fine jewelry, this jewelry. This is just like things we got in Paris or things she had for years and years and years. Maybe there's something there that's been, she had it for 20 years before I was born, and I'm 50. I think there's something there that's just, you're Portuguese. Oh, and you make oil from your trees on a steamed, fresh garden potato, and drizzle is beyond. So like, enjoy your food. I don't think, yeah, if it's fresh pressed, at a farm, go for it. The one thing I'm not a fan of, like the biggest thing that I say everybody can do is eat a high green diet, because I don't think anyone's saying you shouldn't eat your greens. I'm not a big fan of this over protein, animal protein diet. I do not think that's healthy. I do not think that's good for your liver. Whether you eat starches or not, carbs or not, like, you know, you have sweet potato, great. I think it's all healthy. Eat with love, eat good quality food, eat mindfully, chew your food well, and love your food. And if you want to know what type of, in human design, how to eat right for your energy type, go see myhumandesign.com. It's Jenna's new site. And she is like, it's helped me so much, because the times that I used to eat little bits throughout the day, which is how I eat, my portions are very small because I'll eat often. I eat whenever I'm hungry. So then I was eating like my boyfriend ate, which was 3 meals a day, and I gained weight, and I just didn't feel my best, even though it was beautiful food. And then when Jenna reminded me, and I say reminded because it's how I always ate, she said projectors need to eat little bits throughout the day, light meals. And I was like, oh yes, that's it. Like, that's me. And ever since I've done that, I just feel so much better. Oh, I'll do a film. I'll do maybe a late night with Dara to see, so you guys can see the gems, and I could tell little stories about my mom and little things. And I like how I'm just throwing stuff on the counter. If I weren't on video, this wouldn't be happening. There would be like a bowl here, and all the scraps would go into a bowl, and I'd be so neat. This is not me, but I'm doing this for the team. Robin's here. Yes, Rob K is in the house, and heated fats cause LDL cholesterol to rise. So the raw fats don't pass the blood barrier. So yes, we want to satisfy ourselves. We want to, and good night, our friend in London. It's hearsay all. If you didn't already go to bed. So I think that we want to just love our food. And you can't be happier than if you have this. Oh, and sometimes I like to make this green with spirulina and olive oil. Sometimes I was thinking I could make it a pinkish orange because I have beet powder somewhere. We can do that next time. I can make like a pink cauliflower rice. Entertaining myself with color. I've been wearing a lot of colors, enjoying colors, having, especially now, we want our lives to be as colorful as possible. And we can make our lives as colorful as possible. And we can, while being stuck in our close vicinity, we can make it more exciting and live like we're traveling by going a different route, by saying hello to a new person, by stopping somewhere new. I'm finding that people really do want to connect. They want to really feel connected. So there's more smiling coming out of the eyeballs, even if people are wearing masks. I'm seeing a lot of smiling. I'm getting a lot of hellos in the neighborhood. Rob, I haven't looked at my email. I'm so sorry. I will do. I saw something came in as a notification, so I will look. Is it easy to make raw meals? It couldn't be easier. I always have a hard time thinking of meals to make. Well, good news for you, that there is nothing wrong with repetition until you get used to making something, so then it becomes part of your repertoire. And that's what I recommend when you want to go raw, is just learn one thing. Learn my no bean hummus. Learn my cauliflower popcorn. Learn whatever appeals to you. Learn chocolate pudding. Make that thing. And then you just start feeling comfortable in the kitchen. You get used to being raw. You get used to chopping. And then, lucky for you, I was raw for close to 10 years, and there are videos up on this channel to inspire you with ideas and with how to. So please feel free to partake in the body of work that lives here. I don't know if all the videos are up, but many of them are. This is for the cauliflower popcorn. Texting Jada to come over and eat. How fun. I have such a mess in my house, but this is like my pleasure and my joy. I could have been cleaning, but this is a lot more fun. And yes. So what I do with the cauliflower popcorn, I've done it so many times, you guys should know this, like the back of your hand. Olive oil, nutritional yeast, garlic powder, salt. That's it. My mom, the idea came to me because my mom used to put garlic on our popcorn. And while cauliflower is not like popcorn, trust me that if you make this and chop the, sometimes I add turmeric to make it a little more yellow. Turmeric powder. This is another bottom of the bowl dish. And nutritional yeast, and that is that. And it gives you a cheesy, salty, garlicky situation. This is not shutting. I've never had a complaint. I never have complaints over my food. My daughter said, it's not fair that I'm the only one that gets to eat this. Herbie says the same thing. Nutritional yeast, thank you. I'm adding more olive oil. Okay, so fun. Ta-da, handy. Ever since I put all of my spices in this big drawer, it's too big, but I have it all filled with spices, and all of them are labeled. So when I look down, I can easily see what is what. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's a couple tablespoons. Just do it to taste. All right, my lovies. So we're going to chop. She's heading over soon. And then we just mix this up and put the cauliflower in, which I've done this so many times. You don't need to see it. But I'm going to plate this situation, and you're going to be able to see how pretty this plate is. Dennis! Which Dennis are you? I've known a few Dennises, and I can't see a teeny little thumbnail. My favorite storage jars are empty almond butter jars, empty coconut yogurt jars, and if I am to use a jar like this, it's a wide mouth mason jar, quart size, and I have white plastic tops. Dennis, the termite guy. Hi, Dennis. Aw, he helped me. We had a situation, and he and his friend helped me get out of the situation. Nobody wants termites eating our house. This house, I am a good guardian of this house, and it is humming and heavenly, and it's like an oasis, and that takes attention to things that go wrong. There's always something. That was the latest. That happened like last month, where he realized, I called him and he realized, I was like, he came over and like, yeah, you're right. There's a situation. So let's see. Dennis, go back in time and look to see how I made this cauliflower popcorn. You and your wife and your family will be so happy. It's so good. Isn't that so nice? The termite guy's here. If anybody wants to eat healthy, lots and lots of videos. So I always clean up, which I'm not, but I always chop the arugula. Why, you say? That is not fine dining. I've never been to a fine dining restaurant and eaten chopped arugula. But that is precisely when they should chop it for you, because sometimes eating long pieces of arugula is unwieldy when you are out. You'll just be dropping by for support and a bite. Next time you come, you can try something if you like. We do need another round, right? Downstairs, below, underneath, there's different kinds of termites. Okay, so I chop it because it's just nicer. Like, it's nicer to have, you can even eat your salad with a spoon. Ideally, with raw food, you are chopping your vegetables that tiny so that whatever gorgeous sauce you put over them, you can do any flavor. You can do around the world, Mexican sauce, Thai, Indian, Italian. I made a pesto. This could just be, I could have used my pesto that I made the other day. The idea is that it coats the vegetable. Picture biting into a big piece of raw zucchini versus teeny tiny or noodled zucchini. It's a way different experience. So we want tiny vegetables. The birds still in your yard? No, the birds grew up and flew away. LOL, if someone gets upset about me chopping the arugula. Nobody here would, and it's much nicer to have chopped salad, in my opinion. Smaller pieces. It's funny. You chopped my arugula. How gauche. It's so not what you're, but why not? And then you're releasing the flavors. Who wants to look up what arugula is good for? Any leafy greens this is the answer to the biggest asked question when people go vegan. How do you get your protein? Well, first of all, I've read that it's a myth that, anyone's protein deficient. However, any bodybuilder knows, or many know, that amino acids that protein helps build muscles, right? And then what you need to know is that amino acids are the building blocks to protein. And this has an enormous amount of amino acids. Boom. Then you have some walnuts, protein. Sunflower seeds, almond butter. You have chia seeds, which have protein. You can have spirulina. What else? There's so much more. So we don't lose we're not protein deficient anywhere around here. And I was doing this for 10 years and no protein deficiency. Everyone has to watch their B12, not just vegans, and everyone needs to check their vitamin D. What's RV flax crackers? I was thinking I thought of you, Rob, when I went to Air One. I was walking there and had to carry my groceries home. Usually I bike so I can get whatever I want, but I didn't want to carry a lot of bottles, but I almost got raspberry vinaigrette or a flavored vinaigrette because you said you added raspberry vinaigrette to your homemade chocolate to make it come alive. So I am taking notes. It is sinking in. Rob K, I make some lovely RV flax crackers, so that's raw vegan. Do you soak your flax? Because Go Raw, Foods Alive, you soak the flax seeds, then yes, you must. You soak them, you're activating them, you mix them with things, and then you flatten them out and dehydrate them. That's how you do it, and we can do that. Walnuts, onions, peppers, that sounds so good. I've not seen walnuts in the flax cracker ever. For real. I never thought about that. So you grind them up. We're having an interactive show. All right, this is enough arugula for 2. Let's see if I did enough dressing. You guys need me to measure. I will list ingredients and approximations. No one ever dies. Amelia, no one ever dies from protein deficiency. So it's a myth that the meat and cheese companies, the meat and dairy, they want you to think you need your protein, but you don't need your protein from animals. Oh yeah. So good. Super spicy, and thank you for the no measuring, because measuring makes it less fun for me. I like to know proportions maybe. Now you know for the dressing proportions, go back to the beginning of the video. But it's more fun for me. What about bloating? When you go raw vegan, is that what you mean? Hey, Lydia in Istanbul. How fun. I want to go to Istanbul. I have a particular fondness for kilims. Recipe, please, Rob K. So Rob is sharing them with me via email, and I'm going to check my email, and we're going to do moderated Rob recipes because I don't follow recipes. Hi, Tina in Australia. Flowers and sparkles and hearts. Oh, my. Oh, how fun. So I am wearing a very fun skirt. I'm dressed all happy for Sunday. The planet, the sun rules Sundays. Each day, a different planet rules a day. Tomorrow is Monday. That's the rice for Jada. Monday, Moon Day, where the moon rules Mondays. So it's a really good day to check inside, check your emotions, check in with your inner child, check in and meet your own needs, whether it be food, or maybe you need a bath or a little cuddle under the covers, or you need a walk in nature, watery things, emotional things, loving and nurturing things on Mondays. And on Mondays, I like to wear white, silver, or light blue. And yes, I really do this daily, and I share it on Instagram almost every day, what I'm wearing. And sometimes I'm rebellious and don't go along with the aligned dress color of the day, but most of the time I have a nod to that particular planet. So this is my gold for today, and I was wearing a gold sweatshirt. That's the sun colors. Okay, so when you eat raw, lots of bloating happens. So we can discuss that. But usually bloating happens because this acts like scrubbing bubbles on the inside of the intestines and colon, right? Like there's stuff that's compacted, and then you got scrubbing, and then you get bloating. Most likely you're having more fiber than you're used to, and don't worry, your body will get rid of it. So most likely what happens is the bloating occurs not from the food, but from the fact that it's rubbing it up against whatever you ate before. So it's not what you're eating now, it's what you ate before. And then what I would say is try having green juices. Try having juices and then maybe smoothies so that you're not, maybe you're not chewing properly. My soups and smoothies ebook is a winner. So that will give you ideas. So big hugs, everybody. Ani Honey is here. We got OGs in the house. So yeah, thank you for liking my skirt. It's so it's so happy. I don't know, it's vintage. I got it like not vintage, but it was like at a secondhand shop and I just fell in love with it. So thank you. Yes, okay, Amelia, thank you. Food combinations. Thank you. Excellent. So interactive. So if you have, that's such a good point. Thank you. Food combinations go like this. Basically, improper food combinations has to do with the speed of digestion of the food in question. So for example, watermelon, sugary, digests like that. Avocado, fat, digests slower. If you eat the avocado, then it's going slowly. You eat the sugary something, the watermelon, right after. The sugar wants to go through fast. The avocado is going slow. They bubble and they create gas. That's kind of like my explanation. There's more scientific explanations, but it's the speed of digestion, and it's like fats and fruits. You got to be careful. Like those cheese fruit plates, not a good idea. Watermelon stands alone. Certain foods are best eaten alone, like watermelon. And simplicity is best. So try having a mono meal, right? Having just cucumbers with some salt, just zucchini, spaghetti zucchini. Like try and keep it simple also, that you're not combining too many things that's making it hard for your body to digest. So that's one of the reasons that I do love soups and smoothies, because it's been blended and broken down. The digestive enzymes have been broken. The enzymes have been broken down to help you digest. So also some other things, some strongly cruciferous vegetables. There's nothing wrong with giving them a flash steam, like broccoli if you want. I like to pulse mine in a food processor. I like to break down the kale in a smoothie, soup, or in the food processor to have like a chopped thing that's already, because kale will have protective, it has like a, I'm losing the word, it's not coming to me. But basically, I'm playing along. Basically, you want to break it down. So some of the harder things that you wouldn't be inclined, think about it, like you would see a peach, a ripe peach, and be like, let me eat that. You might look at arugula and want to do something with it, maybe chop it. Maybe you see kale and you wouldn't just want to chew on it, but you'd want to like massage it to break down the digestive enzymes. So think about that, and that's what I got for you. I think that's it. Let's send each other hearts and flowers and stars and love each other. Oh my gosh, Ani, a plethora of purslane. I like that. Write a poem about it. Take some pictures of it. I'm wondering if you can dry it. Dried purslane, that could be amazing for a soup later on. Make a soup, chop it for a salad. That's amazing. You're really lucky. I have to think about this. Dried purslane, sauteed purslane, raw purslane. It's kind of mucilaginous, so maybe freeze it. Let me know. Let us know next time. Raw veganification. I found gorilla wraps, so that's like greens wrapped around fruits, are very digestible. Greens and fruits go together. Seeds and fruits go together. Nuts and fruits, not so much. So I think that's it for now. No, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is here. No, I've decluttered my mom's jewelry, and she got this in Paris, and you can't believe it. There was silverware she brought home to match. So anyway, this is perfect for Sunday. I am not done decluttering because I just opened up a junk drawer in my closet and I emptied it out and dumped some t-shirts on the floor to refold them. I think I still want to get rid of stuff. I think it's inspiring and fun. So anyway, this is the bracelet by a company called Callinger. And I'm going to hang up the phone really right now, but I just have to show you. This is an earring from the 80s. Yes, you've got just one. It was by this designer, Wendy Gale, and it's like rhinestoney, and that was the look. That was the look. She had one, I had one. We had some crazy stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. We were obsessed with Wendy Gale. I have a beautiful abalone shell with a cupid on it and rhinestones. But I heard she got sick. We were fascinated with her jewelry, but she used epoxy, and I think she got sick. Anyway, we'll have to look her up. Have such a good night, you guys. Show and tell for another day. This is my, oh, why don't I plate it? It's really neat. I'm going to plate one so you can see and have fun. Do a little dance. eBay gold, I'm sure. If I were to part with it, and you guys know I have feng shuied things out the door like nobody's business. I'm the queen of extreme sport decluttering, but there's certain things that just, you know, you just can't do that. Okay, so we have some beet hummus, which I don't usually, I like my no bean hummus, but I did get this from Era One. And it's delicious just for color mostly. I really, okay, here's the arugula. Here's the cauliflower popcorn. Inspiration, my loves. And I can eat more if I want. I can eat as much as I want, but this is the deal. Some figgies, some nutties, walnuts. Oh, and a shadow box. You know, Patty, you read my mind. I'm like, wait, why should I put these away? I don't have much hanging on my walls, but here is Jada. I'm almost done, honey. Look. What? There we go. All right. Hi, honey.
It's 5683.
I'm still making a video. I'm hanging up now. Okay, you guys, love you and see you soon. Get your greens on. That's hilarious.